What 5 steps, past done, would give you the results for that initiative that you really wanted? If it's a website, how many articles do you need to write? How many blog posts do you have to write? How many email blasts do you have to write to get the kind of people to come to the website that you wanted to get? How many people to sign up for your newsletter? Or to fill out a form, or to download something? That's what success looks like. What 5 steps can you do? Start with 1 or 2 projects. Think, what 5 steps past where I think done is can I take that gets me to the results that I want? Take that idea of where done is and jump ahead and think about where it's really done properly. Because it's the results you want, not to check things off. Getting things done has merely become the equivalent of treading water. It may keep everyone busy, but it just moves you from project to project. Depending on the scale of your business, this may or may not be as big an issue. But we're all very busy. We're all trying to juggle 10 things. We all have these to-do lists. And the goal is to cross things off. And what I find working with leaders and CEOs is at the end of the year they feel like they were busy as could be and nothing happened. And every year they say, this year's going to be our year. But because they're just in this mode of getting things done, but without the results that they wanted from each thing. Next concept is about fitting your business on a page. So this is a double step here, because this is about getting control back. I think one of the reasons that we feel so much stress in our business is from a lack of control. So what I'm proposing to you is, whether you may have it or not, but what I find is most people don't have it, is to give yourself enough control about your business so that you just really know where things stand. Most companies have reports. They get reports 60 days later. They piece this report together with that report, with a piece from the sales department, with a piece from the accounting department, and sort of have some rough sense of where the things are going. And what I'm proposing is you figure out what the most important pieces of information you need to know so that you know how your company's doing. So for me, in my old business, I wanted to know how many shipments we opened, because our product was a shipment file. How many shipment files we opened in a day, how much money we collected, and how much money we paid out, and where our bank loan was. And I had that in my inbox back in the day before there were emails, text messages, and dashboards and things like that, every night. And within a week or so, I knew if we were busy or not. I knew what I had to look at. And when I tell people about this, they say, yeah, but a big business, how can this possibly work? So a number of years ago, I saw Jeff Immelt speak. And somebody asked him, he was talking about how he travels 9 or 10 months out of the year. And they said, how do you manage a company with 30,000, 40,000 people, a global company, when you're not in your office? He said he's going to go back to his hotel room, and he can see about how one screen, he can see how the entire company performed that day in real time. Something is red. If it's off kilter, he can click and drill down on it, and that's what he was going to do after he gave this talk. So what can you fit on an index card? Or I have clients who get a daily email from somebody with those pieces of information on it. It's allowed them to feel enough in control of their business of how it's doing so that they can go get out of the office, which is the next chapter I'm talking about. So think about, what would you put on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper? What critical piece of information would you need to know about your business so that you have a good sense of how you're doing? And remember, so you can also tell yourself a true story and not a fake story. Love this Pirelli, this old Pirelli tire ad. Power is nothing without control. So this is about getting a sense of your business, control of your business, because as it gets bigger, that's only going to get worse. So no matter how small your business is, if you have some mechanism to be able to look at a screen or a piece of paper or an 8.5 card or an email that comes in or a text message that tells you how your business is doing every day, and you keep that up, you'll always have a sense of how you're doing. And the reason that I want you to do that is because what happens to us is that we get stuck at our desks. And it looks something like this. So you know, we get trapped at our desks. The email and the meetings and the people coming in to talk to you and the paperwork. We slowly go from being, you know, starting our businesses, running around with a laptop under our arm and working at a Starbucks, to shrinking slowly to be trapped to your desk. And nothing will make you feel that you're working in your business instead of on it, but having that gravity sucking you into your desk. And the idea is to give yourself the mechanisms and the controls around how your business is doing, so that you don't feel that you have to be there for everything to go right. Steve Ballmer, I have a religious budget on my time. Part of that religion is spending time with customers. About a third of the schedule. I get energy from seeing our customers. It reminds me of the things we're doing well, and it reminds me of the things where we need to improve. That's where you're going to feel that you're working on your business. As entrepreneurs and business owners, nobody can make a decision sitting at the table in front of a customer better than you. Nobody's going to be able to sit there and hear what the customer's saying and be able to make a commitment on something, or come up with an idea, or work out an agreement better than you. So how do you figure out a way to spend more of your time having those discussions?